2017 மற்றும் 2018 ஆண்டில் நாட்டின் பொதுத் தேர்தலுக்கு முன்னர் தமிழ் பள்ளிகளுக்கு என்று 5 கோடி வெள்ளி சிறப்பு மானியம் ஒதுக்கப்பட்டது. இதில் கொலஸ்லாங்கோர் சுங்கரம்பாய் தமிழ் பள்ளிக்கு சேர வேண்டிய மானியமும் அடங்கும். அப்போது பிரதமராக இருந்த டத்தோ ஸ்ரீ நஜிப் துன் ரசாக் இந்த 5 கோடி வெள்ளி மானியத்தை ஒதுக்கினார். ஆனால் 2018 தேர்தலில் வெற்றி பெற்றதும் பக்கத்தான் ஹரப்பான் சார்பில் துணை கல்வி அமைச்சராக இருந்த தியோனிங் சிங் நிதி அமைச்சில் இருந்து இந்நிதியை பெற்று தமிழ் பள்ளிகளுக்கு வழங்கவில்லை என்று மாய்கா சார்பில் முன்பு துணை கல்வி அமைச்சராக இருந்த டத்தோ பி கமலநாதன் பகிரங்கமாக பல குற்றச்சாட்டுக்களை முன்வைத்தார். இது தொடர்பில் தமிழ் நேசன் யூடியூப் சேனலுக்காக தியோனிங் சிங் அதிரடி நேர்காணலை வழங்கினார். அவர் தனது பேட்டியில் டத்தோ கமலநாதன் சொல்வது எல்லாம் சுத்த பொய் என்று பதிலடி கொடுத்தார்.
I entered MOE in 2019 in July, to be very specific. That was after I sworn in as the Deputy Education Minister. So I went to check with the Ministry of Education. Do we have extra budget or special allocation for HJKT as announced by MIC and also the then Prime Minister Dato Sri Najib Razak before the 14th January election? But the answer I received, MOE has never received special allocation from the Ministry of Finance or from the PMO, because allocation for HJKT or for any other school is actually mentioned in the budget. It's mentioned in the yearly budget. So what they receive is this yearly budget that is already allocated in the yearly budget. So when we talk about this extra allocation or special allocation, that means that whoever approve it, it can be the allocation, special allocation from the Prime Minister or special allocation coming from the Ministry of Finance. But first of all, they must ensure that the allocation is channeled to Ministry of Education. Then we can dispute, we can channel the money, we can channel the allocation to the specific schools. However,
போலி காசோலையை காட்டினார்கள் தவிர அதற்குரிய பணம் கல்வி அமைச்சில் ஒப்படைக்கப்படவில்லை. நாங்கள் ஆட்சிக்கு வந்தபோது தமிழ் பள்ளிகளுக்கு ஒதுக்கப்பட்ட நிதியை பற்றி விசாரித்த போது அப்படி ஒரு மானியம் இல்லை என்பது தெரிய வந்தது. இது அரசியலுக்காக நடத்தப்பட்ட நாடகம். மேலும் வெற்று காசோலையை காட்டி சமுதாயத்தை ஏமாற்றினார்கள்.
When I checked with the Ministry of Education, they have never received the so-called special allocation, whether from the PMO or from the Ministry of Finance. So that's why I say all this giving or handover mock check to the school is only a political gimmick. But the money has never reached Ministry of Education, and therefore we are unable to give the money to the specific school, because the money we have in MOE, they already have a very specific purpose. For example, for maintenance work, if I use the maintenance allocation for HJKT and I channel it to the school mentioned by the MIC and also the Barisan Nasional at that point in time, yes, the school get the money, but the other HJKT also loses their allocation for maintenance work, and this will be hugely unfair to them.
நாட்டில் உள்ள 13 தமிழ் பள்ளிகளுக்கு தேசிய முன்னணி ஆட்சியில் ஒதுக்கப்பட்ட 3 கோடியே 99 லட்சம் வெள்ளி மானியம் கிடைக்காமல் போனதற்கு பக்கத்தான் ஹரப்பான் ஆட்சியில் துணை கல்வி அமைச்சராக இருந்த கூலாய் நாடாளுமன்ற உறுப்பினர் தியோனிங் சிங் தான் காரணம் என்று 2 வாரங்களுக்கு முன்னர் குற்றச்சாட்டுகள் முன்வைக்கப்பட்ட போது பொங்கி எழுந்தார் தியோனிங் சிங்.
As a responsible minister or government, they need to ensure that the money is channeled into the Ministry of Education or to the specific school before they do any handover ceremony. What I feel very disgusting is the politician used to have big ceremony, handing over mock check. But when will the allocation eventually reach the school? That is a big question mark there. But during PH, you notice that we were in government very short, only 22 months. But we never do such thing. When I promise the allocation for the school, I make sure the money reach the school account. Only then I do the specific announcement. And most of the time, I might not even have any mock check ceremony. Because to me, that is meaningless. That's meaningless. That is only what we call political gimmick. The most important thing is, when we make the announcement, we need to make sure the money reach the school as soon as possible. As soon as possible. And it's only when the money reach the school, then if you want to go and claim credit or you want to go and announce it, then let's do so then. For the then Prime Minister, who can channel 42 million from a GLC to his personal account, you tell me he cannot make sure this money reach the school before he make the announcement. To me, this make no sense. So during our time, 22 months, very short, but we give allocation to school. For example, I gave 1 million to HJKT Klebang Ipoh, 1 million channel. 1 million channel, and I actually promised that I will continue to give them another 1.6 depending on their progress, because there is a school in progress, so we want to ensure that I give you the money and you don't keep the money in the bank account and don't do anything. That is something we want to avoid as well. So I promised them I will release the allocation according to your progress. According to your progress, but 1 million already in their bank account, so they can start work. But however, I feel very sad because they need another 1.6 to complete the work. But after Sheraton move, the money wasn't channeled, it's not channeled to them until today.
இப்போது உங்கள் அரசாங்கம் தானே, ஏன் அரசாங்கத்திடம் பேச்சுவார்த்தை நடத்தி மானியம் கிடைக்காத தமிழ் பள்ளிகளுக்கு மானியம் பெற்று தரவில்லை? மேலும் உங்கள் ஆட்சி காலத்தில் கட்டி முடிக்கப்படாமல் இருக்கும் தமிழ் பள்ளிகளையும் கட்டி முடிக்க வேண்டியதுதானே, இதில் ஏன் தாமதம்?
Any political leaders or educationists or whoever care about vernacular schools development or HJKT, I think they should pressure the current government to ensure that remaining 1.6 million is properly channeled to HJKT Klebang Ipoh. Similarly, for HJKT Sen Philomena, I gave them 2.6, even though previously it was the BN government only promised 2.3. But when I reassess the situation, I think 2.3 not sufficient. They need 2.6. Yes, we give them 2.6. We give them 2.6. They don't have, after these 22 months, there wasn't a single school complaint that we only have a mock check ceremony, but the money never channeled. Why is it so? This shows the difference between PH government and also the Barisan National government. And that's why we said all this political gimmick should stop. Should stop. Want to give mock check? Please make sure the money is already in the account.
13 தமிழ் பள்ளிகளுக்கு 3 கோடியே 99 லட்சம் வெள்ளி ஒதுக்கப்படவில்லை. ஆனால் போலி காசோலைகளை காட்டி இந்திய சமுதாயத்தை ஏமாற்றிய
They got a specific purpose there, and there's no so-called special allocation. When we mention this is a special allocation, that means that it need to be extra allocation channeled to MOE from either Ministry of Finance, because yes, Minister of Finance have, some of the fund that actually special allocation that is for him to determine how to use it later, or the PM, because Prime Minister also has his own special allocation. So if they channel that particular money to MOE, or they can even channel the money directly to the school, they have the power to do so. It doesn't mean that the money has to be channeled from MOE to the specific school. Ministry of Finance, if they approve the allocation, they can straight away channel the money to the particular school. So what does the Dato' Kamalanan mean by they say that I need to signature when the money is not there? What signing do I do that actually can suddenly get the money? Special allocation need to be channeled from a specific ministry, either the PM or the Finance Ministry. All the other money with MOE got specific purpose already, and the money for HJKT are mainly for maintenance work. That is the yearly maintenance work allocation. That is not special allocation. So I think this is a completely lie. I challenge him to show the proof that the money has already channeled to MOE before I can actually sign anything. Because what document can I sign? For your information, when we approve allocation, we don't sign. We just give instruction to the bahagian, relevant bahagian, and then they will channel the money by way of online banking. So what document he wants me to sign? So this is and if this is the case, Ask the current deputy minister to sign now.
தேசிய முன்னணி ஆட்சியிலும் பக்கத்தான் ஆட்சியிலும் பட்ஜெட்டில் தமிழ் பள்ளிகளுக்கு 5 கோடி வெள்ளி ஒதுக்கப்பட்டது. 22 மாதங்களில் ஆட்சியை கவிழ்த்துவிட்டு ஆட்சிக்கு வந்த அரசாங்கத்தில் மாய்காவும் அங்கம் வகிக்கின்றது. 2021 மற்றும் 2022 பட்ஜெட்டில் தமிழ் பள்ளிகளின் மானியம் தலா 3 கோடி வெள்ளி மட்டுமே. ஒவ்வொரு ஆண்டும் 2 கோடி வெள்ளி குறைக்கப்பட்ட போது இதை எதிர்த்து டத்து கமலநாதன் குரல் எழுப்பவில்லை.
I think what he said is hugely very unfair. What's the point for you to raise the issue now and not previously in the year 2018 or in the year 2019 and not even 2020, and for you to only raise it now in the year 2022? And more importantly, like what I said just now, in these 2 years since the year 2021 until 2022, HJKT suffer a loss of 35 million for maintenance work. Where is Datuk Kalamanan? Where is he? This is the yearly allocation that previously is 50 million a year. By 2021, it slashed and it was reduced to 29.98 million. This year, only 34.79 million. It was published in the budget. It was mentioned in the Minister of Education, his speech. Datuk Kalamanan, he doesn't know about this? Why he never go and question where is this 35 million allocation that should be given to HJKT? Does he feel that 1 year HJKT, they just need about 35 million for maintenance work? I don't think so. And therefore, PH Member of Parliament, especially my colleague, we have been issuing this issue in the Parliament. Datuk Kamaladan, he is the government of the day. He is the government of the day. If he thinks that by just signing any document, then money will come, then I challenge him. Go and ask the deputy minister now to sign whatever document he prepared and channel this to make sure that the HJKT that losses 35 million in these previous 2 years get back this money first. I think that's what he should do as the government of the day. If he can't even do that, why he want to go and question something that happened in the year 2019 and never raise it then?
நோய் தொற்று காலத்தில் இணையம் வழி கல்வி கற்ற மாணவர்களுக்கு மடிக்கணினிகள் வழங்கப்பட்டது. மொத்தம் 1,50,000 கணினிகள் வழங்கப்பட்டது. இதில் 6 தமிழ் பள்ளிகளைச் சேர்ந்த 406 தமிழ் மாணவர்களுக்கு மட்டுமே வழங்கப்பட்ட போது அதை எதிர்த்து நாடாளுமன்றத்தில் எதிர்ப்பு தெரிவித்தேன்.
Government announced that they are going to give 150,000 free laptop for our students. Of course, that include primary school and secondary school. But we have 525 HJKT. How many of them received the laptop? Only 6. Out of 525 HJKT nationwide, only 6 HJKT got the school. And the laptop they prepare is 150,000 unit. How many were given to students in HJKT? 406. 406. For HJKTs, the numbers of students is roughly about 1.7% of the students are in HJKT. Okay? Nationwide. But 406 unit out of 150,000 unit, that is only 0.27%. 0.27%. It's not even 0.5. It's not even 0.1%. So we compare it proportionally. We have, in order, if we take into consideration secondary school students and also primary school students, primary school including all the SK, HJKC and HJKT. HJKT students, numbers of students in HJKT, only 0.27% of the laptop given to HJKT students. And out of 525, only 6 of them got it. Is it fair? Is it fair? To me, this is hugely unjust. And who raised this issue in Parliament? Again, it was me. It was me. Because to me, I think as a deputy, I was a deputy education minister, and for DAP, we believe that we should fight for the vernacular schools education, and we fight for all students. So whenever there is any injustice happen to students in SK, HJKC or HJKT, we will raise it. we will raise it. And that's why I was the very first who highlight this issue, where we received the list to show that actually in all the state, which are the school that received the laptop and how many unit for that particular school. And this issue was raised by me, exposed by me in Parliament again. And I want to ask again the current government, Dato' Kalamadan, yes, he is not a minister nor a deputy minister, but MIC is the government of the day. MIC is the government of the day. Do they feel that this is fair? As far as I know, DAP, I was the one who exposed this issue, and of course I received the backup from my colleague, YB Kula, YB Sivakumar, YB Charles Santiago, YB Kasturi Pato. Of course, they all back me up in the parliament. But whether MIC did, because of this issue, go to see the current Minister of Education or the Deputy Minister of Education, then I don't know. And that should be answered by Dato' Kalamadan, because he is the government of the day. So I feel very strange. He want to talk about issue that happened in the year 2018. He doesn't want to raise it then. He want to talk about it now. And he ignore the injustice what is happening to HKT school now. He is completely quiet on this particular issue. If you care about the development of our students in HKT, ensure that they got enough laptop. Of course, 150,000 unit of laptop is not sufficient. We acknowledge that. But make sure they got a fair share. I don't think, unless they all think that HKT students are the students in M40 and also T20, and therefore they don't deserve or they do not need the laptop, which is not the truth. We all know this is not the truth. So why I did not see them talking to the current government and to address this issue when the current government reduced the allocation for maintenance, not just 1 year, but 2 years in a row. Why the current government, why Dato' Kalamadan did not make the effort to go and talk to the current minister, talk to the current deputy minister to make sure the allocation for maintenance work can be restored at least to 50 million a year. Maintenance allocation for HKC actually has increased, but I do not want to take it as a zero-sum game. But I'm saying that let's try to be fair to all. Unless we all think that HKT, all the schools building are all very nice. HKT students are all in B40 and above. They all have laptop. Then we do not need to campaign or champion this issue for them. If this is not the case, then please make sure that fair share of allocation and also resources are also being allocated to our students in HKT.
இதனிடையே டத்தோ கமலநாதன் முன்வைத்த குற்றச்சாட்டுகளுக்கு தியோனேச்சிங் தனது பதில்கள் மூலம் பதிலடி கொடுத்துள்ளார். இருப்பினும் சம்பந்தப்பட்ட தமிழ் பள்ளிகளுக்கு சேர வேண்டிய மானியம் கோடிக்கணக்கான வெள்ளி எங்கே இருக்கின்றது? இதற்கு நடப்பு அரசாங்கம் பொறுப்பேற்குமா என்ற கேள்வி சமுதாயத்தில் எழுந்துள்ளது. தமிழ் பள்ளிகளுக்கு ஒதுக்கப்பட்ட மானியம் முறையாக பள்ளிகளுக்கு சேர வேண்டும். அதுதான் நடைமுறை. தற்போது நடப்பு அரசாங்கத்தில் இடம்பெற்றிருக்கும் நமது இந்திய தலைவர்கள் இதற்கு தீர்வு காண்பார்களா?
நம்ம தமிழ் நேசன் டிவியை லைக் பண்ணுங்க, சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணுங்க, சப்ஸ்கிரைபர் பெல் பிரஸ் பண்ணுங்க. இது ஒரு தமிழ் நேசன் டிவி தயாரிப்பு.